We just check. I think. Can you just check, Prem, if I'm live on Facebook?
Yeah, it says. Yeah,
Yeah.
it says you're live. Yeah.
It is live, is it?
Yeah. It says on my Facebook.
Okay, it's not showing on mine for some reason. Okay, then. So yeah, here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the call. Just 2 minutes late, so it's 2 p.m. A regular weekly update from myself and Prem. Where's my video? My video is not on. So yeah, welcome on the board today. So we're going to try and keep this short, probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes at the most, because we don't want to drag on. We might try and keep these short and snappy. People prefer short and to the point. But this is a weekly call every Tuesday. What I'm going to do, Prem's got a bit of a subject on today. Basically, how to make six figures or $100,000 plus within Swiss Go Global. Okay, my number one program for 2017. So that's the plan, guys. So Prem is going to go through some slides. Sit back, enjoy the presentation, and put any questions in the chat. So over to you, Prem.
Thanks, Adrian. You can hear me all right, yeah?
Yeah, all
Okay,
nice and clear. Yeah, great.
Hello, everybody. Prem Johal here. I'm just going to go straight into the presentation. If you have any questions about me or generally, Adrian will be on the chat with you. He will be posting links or any other information that may be useful to you anyway. And I'll just go straight into the presentation if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It's, reality is that you need to have a little more rounded knowledge on what six-figure really means. It's one thing to say I want to earn six-figure income, but another way to actually fully understand what it takes to get there. So I'm just going to go through a few stages and few different things. So first of all, I mean, if you have a $100,000 annual income goal, there's a few things, a few doors that probably are already closed, okay? So I'll start with the very bottom. One is maybe fame. If you were famous, a singer or some kind of an artist, and your entire cash flow depends on your performance for other thousands of people, then you wouldn't be watching this at the minute, unless, you're an ex-retired sports person of some sort and you're looking to supplement income which you've now lost. But, other than that, fame is one thing that is blocked to most people. Another thing blocked to most people is inheritance. I mean, and that's a function of procreation, not performance. Procreation simply that, you weren't born, you weren't procreated into a rich enough family. Most of us were not. And this is one of the reasons why, the silver spoon element of 100,000 income is blocked to most people. And the other is skill. Many of us get on in life and we didn't get the opportunity to acquire a skill, maybe a doctor or some kind of a cybersecurity specialist or some lawyer, accountant, or something like that, that required, first of all, investment, a lot of study and a lot of expertise. And that is based on profession. So these three are blocked to most people. Even though some of these may be open still to some of us, at this minute, the only other remaining ways to make six figures are basically a salary, a business, which is a bricks and mortar type of business, a small and medium enterprise type of business, or the property market, or the internet, which is where you, I, and Adrian find ourselves at this minute. Internet is a different category because obviously it doesn't have the same baggage as regular bricks and mortar business. And we'll get to that in a moment. So starting with property, really, excuse me, I'm still struggling with a bit of a chesty cough. Property, I mean, this is the absolute number one best business you can possibly be involved in, but there are some pitfalls to bear in mind. So the example I've given here is, for example, this is a much more expensive property, but let's say it cost you $1 million. You would still need a $200,000 deposit just to get an $800,000 loan in order to buy this property if you were trying to rent it out. And even if you manage to get $1,000 a week in rental income, by the time you've paid interest, what is net left to you? In this case, I've used very plain, very simple figures. Adrian can testify to you that actually there's a lot more complications involved in this, but I'm keeping it very simple. So for your own $200,000 you put down, aside from the borrowing and the interest you pay on it, the actual cash in hand you get is about a 6% yield. Now let's put it another way. $1 million produces a gross income of, half your target of $100,000. In this case, 52,000. I've just kept it simple. So you would need a property portfolio of 2 million without loan in order for that property to produce you twice as much income as this 52,000, which is 104,000. That's your six-figure target reached, right? But think about it. You need 2 million in assets to generate $100,000 worth of income. And even then, if you work out what the yield is, that's only 5.2% of your total actual money. And on top of that, boiler breaks, and next thing you know, there's a damage immediately in your rental income. If your tenant leaves before you were expecting them to leave, they may pay a small penalty, but you've lost cash flow, and then a property could be vacant for a while until you find the next tenant, and there's all kinds of other headaches. But this is by far the best business to be in, simply because the end result is a whole bunch of properties if you're able to leverage. Please bear that in mind. Leverage is the key to even the property business. One person renting out one property isn't going to make a millionaire anytime soon. If you have multiple of them, then you have multiple streams of property rental income at the same time. And this is one secure way of doing it, but not everybody has, frankly, the gall, the courage, the bravery required to take out huge loans against property. Unless you get headlong into it and just get on with it, it's not everybody's game, and you're still stuck with a bank loan. You still have to maintain your own properties or have them maintained, and that costs money, and you're still constantly battling against the occupancy rate, which is the same thing with the hotel industry. They're constantly looking for, are the rooms being occupied? Occupancy rate is the biggest headache to the hotel industry, even more than attrition of labor and staff. Now, the next thing is wages. Now, why I mentioned wages is very simply this. Tesco is the United Kingdom's biggest supermarket chain, and someone has to work in a shop, yeah, and you have to respect the people that do all kinds of jobs, because everything comes together as a holistic service to us. We need to go there and find a service, and there are checkout ladies and all kinds of people, stacking shelves, and all kinds of bakers and everybody else doing a job which is necessary to us and the economy. The safe thing about this is obviously your income, and most people in job will agree that, yeah, at least how much you're getting at the end of the month. But the problem is, this is never going to make you a six-figure income. Never, ever, ever. Why? Because look at this. Dave Lewis is the CEO of Tesco. Last year, he made close to $6 million. And there are at least a dozen board members or senior executive management members of Tesco's that make more than $1 million each. Okay. Now, if a team leader makes 20,000 a year, the question to you is this: 20,000, the difference between 20,000 and 1 million is 50 times. Is that executive board member 50 times more intelligent? Do they work 50 times more hours? Do they work 50 times better? Are they 50 times more worthy as a human being? Or is it just that they're getting paid a premium for being in the right school and going through the right system and doing the right thing, and somehow the thousands of team leaders didn't? Actually, it's not as simple as that. This, guys, is your classic pyramid. Yeah, this is when people say Ponzi scheme. This is a type of Ponzi scheme, because how do you pay this extra million? Well, you would think it's from the gross sales of the store. Actually, no. It is by denying the lower members of staff more and taking from them and paying the one at the top disproportionately more. Because the amount of profit a company makes, let's say it's fixed. Okay, let's say every year they make a fixed amount of profit. Surely it could be redistributed a little better, but it isn't. Because then what happens is you've got 476,000 staff in the UK for Tesco's alone. And if this 476,000 staff started getting more pay, there wouldn't be enough left to pay these board members their seven-figure incomes. And so here's the story of an average member of staff at any regular job earning close to minimum wage. This is what happens. They would have to save 10% of their salary for 50 years. That's more than your average span of anybody's job. And only then they would be able to save about 100,000. So you can't work out a yield on that, because you're not actually getting your money working for you. You're basically preventing your money from being spent, and that's what you call saving in this case. And even if this person works double time, they would still take 25 years. Yeah. So obviously, the internet or network marketing provides a solution to have a supplementary income. If not everybody can make $100,000, at least they can make something if they make an effort. Those who don't even make an effort will be then looking at 50 years of doing that kind of a job and constantly struggling against the rising cost of living, which is not going to go down simply because there's so much money being printed into the economy that prices have to go up. We're looking at a inflationary scenario that has to kick in at some point. Okay, but to pay your bills, these jobs have easy access and they come with a few benefits, and it's all good. So I fully wholeheartedly respect people that need to do a job in order to pay their bills, but it is those people exactly that should consider that there are other ways of supplementing, not replacing straight away, but supplementing. And many of us are already doing that. But obviously, I'm presenting this if in case somebody is watching that hasn't yet considered taking the plunge or taking that next step necessary to actually start supplementing your income, because salary ain't going anywhere. Then you have business types. Now, here is Lord Bilimoria of Chelsea, Lord Karan Bilimoria. He started his career with a $25,000 debt position, so he was already negative. And then he went around to different banks, including my former boss's office. He used to sit outside the office and plead with him to try and arrange some loan, but my boss didn't, so obviously they didn't get along after that. But he got his funding from somewhere else, and he started life with a total debt of $65,000, $70,000. If you are in debt, it is no excuse not to get going if you have a vision. And he had a vision. His vision was very simple. He wanted to introduce a beer to the United Kingdom that had less bubbles in it, so that it could match the spicy curry. Otherwise, you get a lot of acidity and people feel bloated immediately. So he just wanted to have a more pleasant curry experience for himself, and he came up with the idea of Cobra Beer. And obviously, not everybody can succeed in this type of business, but if you have an idea, explore it. Take it somewhere and have a go at it. And if you fail, consider yourself lucky, because if you fail, at least you tried. If you don't even try, the regret alone is not worth it. Now, this guy took his chances. His sales, he used to drive around in a banger of a car. It was an old Citroen CV2. Excuse me. And he used to deliver literally 15 cases a day to local restaurants in and around London. His sales in 2001, within 11 years, jumped to $15 million. In 2007, up to $30 million US. And he was projected to go to 100 million in the next 3 to 4 years after that, because he expanded into 45 different countries. But by 2009, he went bankrupt. Why? Because the credit crunch changed everything. See, he had to borrow money in order to expand, going into 45 countries. And this is where the wrong type of borrowing can kill a person's business. He lost his business. It needed a bailout. A private company came in. So this is why I've written here, debt is a killer if not managed well. And, you need to know what kind of borrowing you are getting, or what kind of borrowing you really need to have. Now, he started out with good loans because he invested them into an idea which he really believed would work. But then in his expansion, he lost the plot. You see, after having earned 30 million, he also lost 30 million, or much more than that, actually. But, I know these stories from my past career in the banks. If you ever want to chat about any of that, I'm happy. I won't give you too many private details, but obviously, these are the kind of people I used to deal with on a daily basis, hour after hour. This was my circle of connectivity. Okay, so this is one business worth getting into. 6 figures is a peanuts, because you can actually make millions within a few years if you really get going with a vision and go after it. The second type of business is the most common type of business, where people regularly make 6 figures. You'll be surprised in and around your neighborhood how many people make 6 figures, because they have a seemingly unassuming regular type of business, but they can really make a lot of money out of it. And a good example I'm giving here is a real estate agent. You may not want to get into this business if you don't understand it. You really need to know what you're doing. And it has a certain few pitfalls, which is high startup costs. You got to rent premises, and then you got to hire staff, and then you got to send them out and get things done. And there's all sorts of paperwork and regulations and rules involved and stuff like that. So it drains you from the moment you start. And that's why you have to keep playing catch up to your expenses all the time until you are able to use the magic word, which is leverage. At least you can budget your expenses. You can understand, how much you are supposed to earn. But a real estate agent here in the United Kingdom, at the most, will make $80,000 worth of British pounds. A mortgage advisor, anyway. And that's a simple function of the number of hours required to close each deal. And there's only so many hours in a day that a person can actually work in order to generate the type of commissions through a mortgage advisory business, so that a person has a limit. There's a glass ceiling they will hit. So at that point, they will consider hiring somebody else to help out, and that's an immediate expense. The first thing that happens is your income actually drops before it can pick up again. But if you had a couple of partners instead, then what happens is your agency can branch out, and you can have a share in 2 or 3 different branches. They get to feel like they are also a business person along with you, and a partnership like that can expand. That's how property chains usually expand very well, by having a series of partnerships of franchisees. And this is how it's a reasonably good way of building a business. But this is just one example. But it's, again, not for everybody, but this is the most common type of business that produces 6-figure incomes for most people. But then again, downturn, downfall, and all these kind of words start playing up, and a lot of people can lose very quickly what they've made very quickly. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of small and medium enterprise individuals that are involved in this type of sector of the economy, they are also constantly looking for additional sources of revenue, which is why our business model is absolutely supremely designed for these people, because they're already networkers, they're already client-facing, they already have footfall, they already have person-to-person contact, they already have a Rolodex full of people, and they in turn know other people who are looking for what we have to offer. And this is why these are brilliant people to get in touch with. Not so much these people. Yeah, these people operate at a totally different level. Okay, this guy, he's got like 9 PhDs, and he's a member of a dozen boards of different companies. He's a trustee of this, and he's a chairman of that. And, they start moving in circles that becomes slightly difficult to keep up with. But if you have connections, by all means, use them. Here, this is the most common. Your next door news agents, you'll be surprised their cash flow, they'll be regretting it sitting around in the bank and not even earning interest. We provide a solution to that without bringing them into a blatant Ponzi, because a lot of programs are Ponzi's. They just take your money and pay someone else, and that's commission driven. If you're into that kind of business, obviously, then you're not looking to build a proper, reliable, long-term business. You have to make a choice. You can have multiple sources of income where you're dabbling with high-risk opportunities here and there, and you're playing with what you might call risk capital or gambling money. But on the other hand, you need to start building a proper, reliable, serious business that is going to be here tomorrow, day after, and the next few years, rather than pack up and leave and then everybody shouting, oh, FX10 scammed, Anyway, next is our business. This is the very reason I'm doing it. The income is uncertain because you have to build it up. You really do have to work at it. It's not just going to sit there and come. Now, although we pay passive income, that is on existing money. So my money earning passive income is my money, a limited amount that I put in, is already making me money through Bitcoin mining, which is fantastic. Okay, I'm making about 70% annualized return, which is very respectable. Okay, but if I want to have additional cash flow and double the 70% to 140, 280% return, if I wanted that kind of a return, I have to build this business. and that requires all the same fundamentals of building any other business. Six-figure, not only possible, but it's actually relatively easy if you treat it like a business. If you treat it like just another opportunity, then no. Then you're expecting for somehow things to happen because somebody else is clicking 10 ads a day, you're somehow expecting to get paid. Here you have to literally build a business, make connections, and reach out to people who need a solution, offer them the solution for their problem, which is low interest rates, and the fact that their currencies are slipping away. Why is it that 80% of the women millionaires in the United States are all network marketing ladies? Because it works. It works. So this 97% statistics does not really hold true when you look at the sheer number of success stories on the other hand. How did they do it? They give value. They treat it as a business and they actually build it like a business. Okay? So low startup cost, that's the great advantage. You don't have any overhead straight away or very low overheads anyway, and AutoShip isn't much of an overhead, is it? And you don't have to take care of anything else. You know, the inventory is taken care of, the system is taken care of, you don't have to touch anything. All you have to do is connect with people. Yeah. With us, the maximum starting cost is 5,000, which is, you know, a fraction, a tiny fraction of starting any other regular business. And you can use pure leverage. You know, that estate agent having 2 members branch out and then 4 members branch out and having a whole branch network of estate agencies across the country. Well, this is no different than that. You're a distributor and you start branching out and you can dominate your entire neighborhood if you like, you know. But if you're careful about actually building a business, it's the fastest growing industry in the world. And again, the same thing applies here. Leverage, you can scale it up. You can scale it up as much as you want and choose the level at which you want to stop when you have reached your target goal. But if you wanted to make $100,000, it is possible, and I'll show you in a minute how. So we have a number of types of incomes, obviously, which you may or may not be aware of. But of the 9 types of bonuses and commissions that our system pays, there are a few that most members, even long-standing members, have simply overlooked, which is basically something like here. I'll show you number 5, build to bedrock. Very simple. 3 new affiliates within 30 days of you joining. And instead of bringing the 4th, 5th, and 6th to yourself, you help those 3 bring in 1 each, and you get a $200 bonus straight away. Imagine if you could repeat that a number of times, each of those members would have $200 more than the rest of the affiliates, because it is possible. So here the system actually rewards you to help your downlines build the next level rather than just yourself. But you have to be doing that within the first 30 days of joining, but it still exists. It's a fantastic way of doing it. Then you get something called the ambassador bonus, number 6. You know, I'm not going into too much detail for each one of them. It's just a no-brainer that the business is set out in a way that rewards those who work more. It cannot reward more just by the position you hold. And that's where it's different from a binary. A binary, you know, you could get lucky. You have one massive team builder to your right, one massive team builder to your left, and then you just sit there and collect the matching bonuses. That is actually unfair to a lot of the other people who actually work hard. It is very unfair, isn't it? It's the same Tesco example of a team leader working and working and working, even overtime sometimes, and still not earning 50 times as much as the executives do. So here, you know, this is a fair system. We have a global bonus pool. 1% of the company's profit is payable to you if you reach a certain rank. Imagine Tesco sharing 1% of its profit with its 476,000 employees. They won't. They share it first with the shareholders. Then they share it with the management. And what itty-bitty little is left, maybe a box of chocolates, gets passed on to the average member of staff. You know, here the company will pay you if you are willing to rank up. If you start at affiliate rank number 1 and go all the way to rank number 10, which is basically platinum ambassador. In fact, you know, at these levels, you start getting gifts made of pure gold, various gifts. And there are obviously other incentives, including a share in the company's profits. And that is absolutely stunning because when you understand just how much profit the company makes, you really do want to have 1% share of that. So hitting a higher rank is critical, and that requires getting on with it and doing some work. Now, obviously, we have a combination of bonuses in here, which is very, very important. Oops. You obviously get an upfront cash bonus, which is amazing. But each time there is a member enrolled, they build in a residual income to you also. So while the team is growing, you're getting a constant flow of residual income. And it's very important to bear in mind the upfront commission and the residual commission are two different things. And I'm going to explain that in a little more detail. Then you have the occasional cash bonus, which is basically an existing member of staff may decide to upgrade. Boom. And then you have performance incentives, which is what I was mentioning here with the 1%, etc., and few similar ones. I'm not going through all of them in detail. For that, we have a separate presentation by our top affiliate. But in the and there's a new video coming out in 9 days' time that will explain some of this in more detail. But this is over and above what we do on the mining side. On the mining side, obviously, you have your own mining power that gives you your returns. Then your returns are enhanced if you check your own mining power, your personal mining power, and start compounding it. But guess what? You can collect many times more mining power through referral bonuses. And when your referrals start compounding their own mining, you get even more bonuses. So there are 4 types of incomes just on the mining side, let alone the unilevel compensation plan, which is a separate thing altogether. It all ties in, of course. Everything comes in together. But just to identify that the dollar paid in cash and the Bitcoin paid into your wallet are 2 different ways. And even there you have multiple streams and multiple ways of enhancing your income, right? This is pure 100% passive residual income. It's 100% suitable for non-multi-level marketing people. So by all means, go and reach out to those people in your neighborhood who drive flashy cars, not really realizing that the rest of their money in the bank is rotting away. So with this last slide, I'm going to end this presentation today, and I'm hoping Adrian will take over and start maybe going into his own experience with Cisco Global and how he's collecting mining bonuses and how, if he's compounding at all, I don't know. But I just wanted to say $1 in commission is not the same as $1 residual. So a lot of people chase the dollar right now by launching this scheme after that scheme. There are all kinds of companies coming out, and they have websites whose owners' names are not even available. They've only launched a day ago, and they make phenomenal promises with the premeditated criminal intention of taking your money and running away. And there's far too many of them. And I see them every single day on Facebook, on social media, and I do. And people chasing those kind of commissions, they'll make something in the short term, but they'll end up burning their valuable contact list, their valuable people. If you build and maintain that relationship, this $1 can come back to you over and over and over again. And when it does, it is no longer called a commission dollar. It is then a residual dollar. You might say a dollar is a dollar. I beg to differ. No, a dollar made in commission today is not the same as a dollar made every month or every year, like clockwork, one after another. Now, if you wanted to have a $100,000 target, a 6-figure target, I'm kept this very simple. There are far too many variations in which you can make this happen. But what you're really looking for is maybe $300 per day to get to $100,000 per year. That's what you need, right? $300 per day. That means you're looking at about $100 per day is about $36,000 per year. You need 3 times as much, so $300 per day roughly, yeah? So if you're looking at $100 per day in Bitcoin, you need 300 terahash of total mining power. 300 terahash of total mining power will cost you $40,000. So you start with $40,000 and hope to make $35,000 a year. Obviously, it's not 100% return without compounding. You would need to compound it. But 40,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend in one go. So this 300 can actually be earned 100% in bonus. Why not earn it as a bonus? To get 300 terahash total, you just need 100 platinum members. And 100 platinum members are basically 100 shops up and down the street in any major city, shopkeepers. And I'm just using that as a convenient example, but there are many other types of people. Connect to a network of accountants and tell them, look, if you haven't woken up to Bitcoin yet, we can introduce you to Bitcoin. We can introduce you to mining with a reliable, proper company that you can check and verify and do your due diligence on and proudly present to the rest of your client base, providing you think there is no conflict of interest. But even if there was a conflict of interest, a lot of networked professionals actually do side businesses anyway. Okay, it's just that they don't use your official stationery to promote it. Now, the next 100 income, if you want it in residual, well, you need 600 paid affiliates to make that kind of money. But 600 paid affiliates is a lot, isn't it? I mean, my goodness, imagine recruiting 600 people yourself. No, not at all. Leverage, remember? You need a few people and help them to duplicate. In fact, get them connected to us. We are doing a few things. There's a few things coming out very soon, like new funnels, new videos, and a lot of information. We are also going to be opening up mining for other existing coins on top of Bitcoin. So if you wanted to mine a range of different coins and make some returns on that, or at least promote it so that you can earn that mining as a bonus, you'll be able to do that all in one simple single login platform, which is Swiss Gold Global, which is who we are. Okay, the next $100 in commission. For that, you need just 10 ambassadors. 10 ambassadors a month is, one every 3 days. Now, you would think, well, you're struggling to get somebody to pay $20 into your clicky rev share business. So how on earth are you going to reach out to 10 ambassador people, one in 3 days? Well, again, the point is not to reach out to what is frankly a very tired and burnt out and very annoyed internet marketing community, which has experienced nothing but scam after scam throughout 2016. And this year has already started with about 3 or 4 major ones blowing up. And there will be a few more that will go, unfortunately. I have to tell you that. Because mathematically, a Ponzi is not sustainable. That's the whole point of a Ponzi. Whereas a distribution business does not rely. If you didn't distribute, it wouldn't matter. There are people who are accessing the goods and services on their own anyway. So if you get to introduce them instead, then you get a share of the profits. The company is giving it to you, where the company would have made those profits anyway on its own without having to share with you. So it's just a question of rerouting through you. It's like any Amazon business, yeah? When people do online-based trading type of, buy-sell type of businesses, people are buying anyway. All you have to do is channel it through yourself. How do you do that? Well, offline as well as online. And you need a mindset to understand that this is a long-term, sustainable, reliable business whose ownership, whose executive, whose members can be verified. You can check things out. You can match the products. You can match the prices openly with the wholesale market and not just with another system that was started in some tiny Caribbean island day before yesterday and, makes tall claims. That's a danger area where you don't want to be falling in the traps of. But, I think I'll stop right here. And, there are many combinations in which to do this. But to get $100,000, you're looking at just under $300 of income per day. That may seem like a lot, but guess what? You start with $1 a day, move it to $10 a day, move it to 20, and build your way up. Because it is a business, it needs to be built up. And a point comes where this magic word kicks in called leverage. And the reason I've written half here is very simple. This is based on Bitcoin being $1,000. If after March, Bitcoin starts to take off even more after the exchange traded fund based on Bitcoin may be approved in early March, 11th of March, I believe, then you're looking at potentially double or treble the price of Bitcoin. So in that case, you would only need half as much of this number coming in to hit $100,000 a year target. Why? Because it is Bitcoin that has the potential of going 2, 3, 4 times up in price. the dollar isn't going to suddenly be double in value. If anything, the dollar is going to have to go lower in value simply because they've been printing so much of it that it's coming out of everybody's ears and eyes, and yet we seem to not get enough of it. We, as in the crowd, the public in the internet marketing space, is chasing after the dollar, which is actually a dying, diminishing asset. So all those people out there, busy professionals, too busy to pay attention, they need to be introduced to our platinum package. If you wanted to know what the platinum package is, I'm sure Adrian can help you understand. But the point is, you can engage with people who hate MLM and tell them, I have something for you that can give you 20 to 25 times more return than your average bank account. And guess what? You will also get some physical precious metals at wholesale prices. That one-line statement I gave you in under 15 seconds, that statement is enough to get the attention of most people. And even if they take some time to think about it, you have planted a seed, provided you're willing to develop this as a real, serious, proper business. So I'm going to stop right there and hand back to Adrian, because I have to go collect my son from the school. I hope that was okay, Adrian. Was that all right?
Yeah, brilliant, Prem. Thanks for that. This has been recorded anyway, so thanks for that, Prem. I'll leave you carry on, and I'm just going to go through my back office and show people what I've been up to and what I've achieved. Okay. Cheers, Prem. You still there? Yeah, you still there. Yeah. So I was just going to say, Prem, you can shoot off. You got to pick up your son. Is that right? You've muted yourself, Prem. You've muted yourself.
Oh, sorry. Now I'm here. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're back.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Adrian. And any questions, reach out, guys. We're putting a number of things together to help people market better. We've been an offline company for 8 years. We are actually relatively new to the online space. And the fact that we have now joined in with Genesis Mining to provide the hash power as well as the mining options for other coins, which is coming on very soon. This is relatively new. So you're looking at a 8-year-old company supported by Bob Proctor himself, which is practically a ground floor opportunity waiting to be taken. Whichever country you live in, you can be the king of that country as far as our company is concerned, because our market base is established. We are very, very stable with 8-year-old customer base. When it comes to affiliate marketing on the online side, we're still very new. If you wanted to get into this, there couldn't be a better time. All right, guys. Thanks, Adrian, and we'll catch up soon.
Okay, thanks, Prem. Cheers. Bye. Yes, guys. So, and the great thing is, if you want to get involved with this, Swiss Gold, we accept direct credit card payment, which is brilliant. How many online programs out there, especially within this sort of niche, make money online, network marketing, internet marketing, how many actually take a direct credit card payment, MasterCard, Visa, Swiss Gold Global, they take BitCoin as well, bank transfer. You can even send me the money direct or even pay me cash, and I can create what they call a gift certificate for you and get you up and running, get you up and earning, and get you that first Bitcoin mining pack, which is $30, just $30. I'm just going to log into my back office now. I'm going to share my screen just to finish off for the next couple of minutes, so just bear with me. Okay. I've also set up this landing page here or sales page here, with some of the best videos on. If you want one of these pages free of charge, I can create one of these pages for you free of charge. Even brand this with a picture of yourself on it or anything else you want to add. Okay, I'll put this this website domain name in the chat here. If you want one of these pages to promote Swiss Gold Global, I've just stuck it in the chat there, on Facebook. And I've stuck it in the chat here on my webinar software. So that's a nice little sort of sales marketing page where you can come into the Facebook group. So I recommend you come into this Facebook group here, and we can start to network with each other. I've set this Facebook group up for my team. So just give us a like on there. I got a Facebook group and a Facebook sort of fan page. Okay, so you can like the page and also come into the group. Okay, so and just go through those videos. I do update those videos now and again and keep everything up to date as the as time passes on. So let me log into my back office, Swiss Gold Global. I recommend you do, guys. The worst scenario here is just set up a free account for now, okay? And if you look on my Facebook live feed here, oh, that's gone blank. What's happened there? There you go. Here we are. 21 people still hanging on here. We're up to 30 just now, but it's dropped back to 22. Probably people going back into work. It's not the best of times, 2 o'clock. A lot of people in work, you know, for a live feed. But this link here, okay, here it is. Set up, learn how to mine Bitcoins and get paid daily without recruiting, okay? No tasks or no ads to click, okay? So this is completely passive with no recruitment. That's the link there for setting up a free account. And that's if you're worried or just want to dip your toe in, there's the link there in both chats. Just set up a free account. What would happen is you click on that link like that in the Facebook feed there. It will take you to this page. There you go. So you can just scroll down, take all the information in, okay? This is what I like about this, guys. Gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. You can generate commissions if you want to build a team. You can even convert your gold into silver, your silver into gold, your silver into Bitcoin, your Bitcoin into silver, vice versa, okay? On a multi-crypto exchange. So take all this information in and click on Open Free Account, either on the bottom there, or you could even on the top there, okay? Click on Open Free Account. And then there you go. The free account appears first there. Here you can buy Swiss certified gold, silver from as little as $25 a month and Bitcoin mining contracts from $30. That's not a month, that's a one-time charge. Even the $25 is not so much a month. You can just buy it whenever you feel the need to. But I would seriously start to consider setting up like a savings plan. Treat this as a long-time wealth protection plan. I actually treat it as a pension and a long-term savings plan, you know, to protect my wealth. I don't keep any money in the bank no more. All my money's in Bitcoin, gold, and silver. It's as simple as that. And property, obviously. That's where most of my wealth has been created over the last 20 years since I left school. Has been in property. It's only since I come into the online marketing niche from 2008 onwards, I've started to generate a lot of money online. So you got the option of coming on as an affiliate. Don't jump into these packages here until you speak to me directly on a personal call, on a mentoring call. Normally takes about half an hour. So, or basically come on in a free account, scroll up here on the free account, click on sign up first. And then obviously make sure my name is there, okay? Adrian Hibbert. There's my ID. Fill out your name, address, and email, date of birth, accept the terms and conditions, and send that, okay? And then basically follow it through. You have to upload your passport, and you get an email with a document there which you have to print off and sign and send that back. It does ask for the last 4 digits of your credit card for any future payments. But if you haven't got a credit card, just put 4 X's and leave that blank, and you can pay with Bitcoin. Or you can actually create, I can create a gift certificate for you. You can send me the cash on PayPal, Payza, Solid Trust Pay. Lots of different options, okay, for you getting into this system. So if you are struggling with bank accounts and credit cards, that is not a problem to get into this Bitcoin space, okay? I'm just checking on my Facebook wall, guys, for questions as I'm moving forward here. I'm just going to log into my account now. Yes, Evelyn, send me a private message for if you want a landing page. I'm taking on board a new landing page follow-up system in the next couple of days. So I got a number of different options for landing pages I can create for people free of charge. All gold, silver, and Bitcoin related. So I'm going to log in here, okay? Click on login. That should always be preset. Yeah, it's preset. Just going back to the chat as well. I'm going to drink in between. No, Mike, I didn't see that. I check my emails once a week. They're overwhelmed with all kinds of spam. My emails on my WhatsApp. Better off sending me it on Facebook. I'll try and find that in my emails. But anything urgent, send me on Facebook or text message if you can, or just alert me to the fact on Facebook that you've sent me something on email, and I'll go in then specifically and look for that particular email. Don't know why that page has crashed. Right, so where am I? I'm logged in here now. Okay, as soon as you log in, imagine this was a free account. I'm active, as you can see there on green. As soon as you log in, you may not have all these tabs here as a free member. Okay, I'm an upgraded member. I'm an affiliate where I pay $50 a month, and I get $12.50 of silver included in that every month, so I can build a team. So you click on My Crypto here, right in the middle. So imagine this is your free account. You just set it up. You've passed KYC, know your customer. You've uploaded your passport, and you've been passed. You know your ID has been passed. Then you're into My Crypto. You've got 3 boxes here: dashboard, transaction history, and increase hash rate. What you need to do first of all, very important, scroll down on this dashboard link here, and copy and paste your Bitcoin wallet address in here. That's the first thing you need to do. It's very important. As you can see, there's my Bitcoin wallet address there. It's already been programmed in. And as you can see, I've just gone past 30 terahash of Bitcoin mining, okay? Let me log into my Bitcoin wallet address to show people who are completely new to this how to get a Bitcoin wallet address. You know, if you've been in this space and following me for a while now, you should have be well up and advanced on this, and you should already have a Bitcoin wallet address. Just logging into my account. Let me pass the 2FA authentication. Make sure you've got this 2FA authentication switched on. This is absolutely crucial. Just looking on my iPhone, guys, to get the code to pass this test. There you go, I'm logging in. There's the Bitcoin price there, $1,182. As you can see, I've got 264.35 Bitcoins at the value of $312,000. Obviously, that hasn't happened overnight, guys. That's probably 18 months, possibly 2 years of building my brand, building my personality online, on Facebook, you know, LinkedIn, Twitter, doing webinars every week. This doesn't happen overnight. This is certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. Getting involved with all these online programs. I tell people right from the beginning, they all come with risk. Don't matter how good they sound or whoever the owners are. Everything comes with risk. Anything can happen. I've seen it all, you know, where even the owners have died overnight, and the program just died overnight because the owner died. All kinds of things go wrong on the internet space, within the internet marketing space, and there's always an excuse. And there's always the payment process excuses is common. The payment process runs off with the money, or has collapsed, or has been shut down. You know, the SEC has got involved with something or the other. There's always a story. There's always risk with online programs. This is why I always spread my risk in at least 5 internet marketing, make money programs. It's as simple as that. You could get away with 1 or 2 a year or so back, but now you can't. You can't put all your eggs into one basket. And I built up this $312,000 in affiliate commissions over the last probably 18 months, 2 years as a stretch. My plan is to become a Bitcoin millionaire, okay, by the end of 2017. This is a big year for Bitcoin. I've registered the Bitcoin Millionaire domain name in place, bitcoinmillionaire.co.uk.
Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill, okay? We are entering a completely world of uncharted water.
Have you made any investments in Bitcoin?
So, I mean, I own Bitcoin in my hedge fund. I own Bitcoin in my fund. I own Bitcoin in my private account.
Okay, guys, I can do that for you.
It is a huge deal. It's a huge
I'll put this link in the chat.
What you're talking about right now is for the next 3 to 5 years.
I can create one of those landing pages for you free of charge, okay? Keep pestering me on Facebook if I haven't got back to you yet. I know there's a few people I haven't got back to on You may need an autoresponder if you want to start collecting emails. It's very important you start collecting emails, okay, to build your list. So it's all well and good me creating that landing page for you free of charge, but you will need a way of collecting emails if you can. Good question, Matt. Just seen as Matt. I'll come on to that now, Matt, if I can. How to sell gold and silver? That's a good question. Maruf is asking, is it a legit site? I'd say Swiss Gold Global is very legit. A lot more legit than a lot of the other stuff on the internet, that's for sure. But yeah, do your due diligence and spread your risk, as I say. I'm logged in here. Let's get this out the way first, okay? As you can see, I'm on 30, and I come on to the gold and silver. So there's my Bitcoin wallet address. I'm sorry, my blockchain, my Bitcoin wallet address. I use blockchain.info. I'll put that link in the chat as well for the complete newbie people who haven't even got a Bitcoin wallet address yet. There you go. So all you do is click on receive or send. If I want to send Bitcoin to somebody, I click on send. Obviously, if I want to receive Bitcoins into my wallet, I click on receive, okay? So I'm going to create a Bitcoin wallet address to fill in this box in here, this box here, okay, wallet address, this one here on the bottom here. So what you would do is click on receive, and that's the address there. The blockchain creates the address for you. All I do, I would click on customize, and I would put in there like Swiss Gold Global, okay? Then I would click save. I've already done that, obviously, but that there, if I click on that there onto my mouse, that address, 1LBN, as you can see, I would paste that in there. And twice I would paste it, and then the security code 47716. Fill out the terms and conditions and click update wallet. Well, obviously, I'm not going to do that because my wallet's already updated. And as you can see, I'm already averaging around $11 a day, okay? So that's the dashboard tag, okay? Now, it doesn't sound much, guys, $11 a day, but no, this is growing every day. And at some point, that's going to hit $20 a day, 30, 40, 50. My goal is to get up to $100 a day at least, which is $3,000 or $36,000 a year. That's just on Bitcoin passive mining without recruiting, don't forget. So I'm going to keep compounding as this $11 a day comes in, okay? That's every 3 days, that's going to hit $30. And what I can do, then I can buy another Bitcoin mining package, and I'll come on to that right now. I click on increase hash rate. This is what after you've carried out that task of copy and pasting your Bitcoin wallet address in, come on to increase hash rate, and this is where you need to start buying your first Bitcoin mining package. Scroll down, you see the little hand here, and it's preset to 0.2 terahash and $30, okay? So you can move the hand, and by 16.90, they go up in $30 increments. So just dip your toe in. The best package is to go all the way up to the top, because you get $1,950 worth, and you get 15 terahash. You get 2 terahash free. I scroll back down to 1950 there, as you see, 13 terahash. So you get a bonus if you go up to 1950. So if you're going to spend around $1,000 or $1,500, think carefully and perhaps top it up to $1,950, $1,950. For people on the budget, want to just dip their toe in, go on to $30 there. Now you've got the options here, 4 options. You can either send me the $30 on PayPal, Payza, Solid Plus Pay, Western Union, cash. I accept gold, silver. I'll accept any form of payment, more or less. And I'll create a gift certificate for you, okay, out of my earnings and commissions. I'll do that for you. You can do a bank wire, send the money directly to Swiss Gold Global. You can pay on a credit card. There's not many companies out there, guys, that take a direct credit card payment. You know, that's a big mass credibility for this company, Swiss Gold Global, to accept credit cards. A small fee on a credit card of, I think it's around 4% on a credit card. And you've got BitPay then, which is Bitcoin. You go 1.7%, small fee on there. So what I would do, whatever's best for you, obviously, but if you want to buy a $30 package on Bitcoin, for example, you would just click on confirm, click on the terms and conditions, click on confirm, and that takes you then to the BitPay payment processor. There you go. And then I would send my $30. They're charging 51 cents there. BitPay, that's how they make their money. So I would send $30.51 to this address here. See, copy the address onto the mouse. There you go, copied. I will go into my blockchain account, and I will click on send, and I will paste that wallet address, Swissquote Global, into the box there. And it's very, very important when you do this, you take this exact amount and copy and paste that as well onto your mouse, and post that in the Bitcoin wallet there. There you go, $30.51. Put on there Swissquote Global as the reference, okay? And click on next step, and that's how you send your $30 in Bitcoin to Swissquote Global to buy a Bitcoin mining package, okay? Very simple. Just going to cancel that for now. And that's how simple that is to buy on Bitcoin, okay? Let me just go back and cancel that. So that's the dashboard we covered. That's increased hash rate. So get that $30, and then look forward to your Bitcoin mining commissions coming into your wallet every day. You're not going to get paid a lot for $30. You know, this is not one of those schemes where you put $30 in and it's going to pay you out $16.90 or 4 times your money in a few weeks or months. It's certainly not that. That's a different ball game altogether. This is a real Bitcoin mining program, okay? So the numbers can't be messed with or tampered with. It's an algorithm set. So, you know, if anyone's promising you more Bitcoin than anybody else from the same sort of $30 investment, then it's probably a Ponzi scheme or a high-risk program. Let me just come onto the chat here, guys. I'm blabbering on a bit now and just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Just have a drink and come back to the chat. Okay, that's great. Let me just check on the chat on my software here. Okay, that's all clear. So, yeah, so dip your toe in, buy a $30 package, okay? And this transaction history here, finally in the middle, this keeps me updated of all my purchases, what I've purchased myself personally, and my bonuses, which are free computation power or Bitcoin mining hashing power that I've received from the people I've referred to as an affiliate. And don't forget, as a free affiliate, you can now recruit people as a free affiliate. As an upgraded affiliate, which I am, I get paid 5% commissions on all my team. But as a free affiliate, you can still get paid 2.5% commissions on anybody you recruit if you just want to dip your toe in, okay, and see how it goes. But as you can see, all this is adding up. It's computation power. It's into the hundreds now. Last time I looked, it's in fact into the 200s now. It's 231, as you can see. 231 transactions since November the 26th when I started. So what is that? More or less November, more or less 3 months to the day. To some point, this is going to go into the thousands at some point, 300, 400, 500 plus into the thousands. And the more computation power I build up there, the more my daily income is going to increase here. Okay, my $11. I want to get this up to a nice. I'd be more than happy with $50, which is not far off, and $100 would be a mass bonus. Okay, so you can get involved with Swissquote Global for just $30, one-time payment. I recommend, guys, you buy $30. If you're on a budget, then carry on with the day job, as they say, and just keep topping it up with a few more $30 packages. Get it up to at least $1,000 if you can, because on $1,000, okay. This is how it actually works. You can go on to this Bitcoin calculator here on Google, okay? Just Google Bitcoin calculator. It's the second one down, this one here. If you put $1,000 in, for example, okay, $1,000 would be, let me just move that little hand up. Let's just say $1,020. That's 6.8 terahash, okay? So you would put 6.8 terahash in here. This is how you work out what you can potentially earn a day. Change that to TH. You click on calculate. You can't tamper with these figures, okay? Because this is preset. This is a real Bitcoin mining calculator. If any other company's promising more than this on a daily basis, then it's a fake. This is for real. Click on calculate, and what you would do, you would half this figure, okay? You would half this figure. The other 50% goes to the Bitcoin miners and the people who are renting the machines or leasing the machines or own the machines and the land and the warehouses where all these Bitcoin mining machines are stored. That's the overhead for those guys. So just bear with me. Let me just check my calculations on a separate calculator. 2 seconds. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, it's about 270, 280. Yeah, so half of that is about so you work on roughly, could be a little bit more, but you work on roughly half of this figure, okay? So around about $230, $240, $250 a day. Doesn't sound much, guys. $2.50 a day, maybe $3 at a push, depending on if it's a good or a bad day. But every 10 days, potentially you'll be buying another mining pack. So think about that. $2 or $3 a day you're earning. Every 10 days, you'll be able to come back in, because 10 times 3 is obviously $30. You'll be able to come back in and get a free Bitcoin mining package, okay? You'll be able to compound your Bitcoin mining. So you're starting off with $1,000. You're earning between $2.50 and $3 a day. So every just short of 10 days, you'll be able to come in and keep buying another Bitcoin mining package. And what you'll find is that 10 days is going to start to drop. It'll be 9 days, 8 days, 7 days. As the compound effect kicks in, 6 days, 5 days, you get to a point where you're actually buying one or getting one Bitcoin mining package for free every single day, okay? That's when it starts to get exciting. And that's what you want to do, compound for the least 6, 9, I'm probably going to go up right up to 12 months on the compound effect and keep building from there. James is saying, I've received my gold and silver yesterday. That's great news, James. That's good news. I may have forgot about that. I didn't realize you'd ask for your gold and silver to be delivered to your home. I thought you were storing it. I keep mine stored in the vault. But that's great news. You got it delivered. You may want to take a photograph, James, and show people that. That's interesting. So I'm still in the back office here of Swissgold. So we got the Bitcoin side of things out of the way, okay? A great system here, passive, no recruiting to a certain degree, no ads to click, nothing involved, no tasks involved, okay? Let's come on to the gold and silver, and I got to be honest with you, that's my precious metals here, okay? Let me just come into this. Now, a few people have been asking, I think Matt was asking, and Mary, how do they sell? Well, I've actually gone in and bought silver and gold. So as you can see there, make single purchases, sell grams of gold and silver. Now, I've never actually sold any grams or sold any gold or silver. I've actually made a purchase. What I would do is making a purchase. Click on the box there, make single purchase, okay? And you've got gold on the left, I believe, and silver on the right. There you go. Make single gold purchase on the left, make single purchase on the right. Now, what I would tend to do is, if I want to purchase $100 of silver, I put that in there, and it tells me there, and then I can get 163.22 grams of silver for my $100. I click on buy, and that is it. It's as simple as that. I pay with my credit card. I can use a gift certificate, or I can pay with Bitcoin. Look how simple that is. So you can send me the $100, and I can create a gift certificate for you. You can send me the $100, I can pay in Bitcoin for you. You can do it yourself. So you've got a number of options there, and there's the gold over here. If you want to buy, 1 gram of gold. What's 1 gram of gold? About $40. That's all it is. Not far off. $42. Yeah, $41. It's $41.50 for 1 gram of gold, and you find that's the cheapest gold worldwide spot price. I'll guarantee you will not find a cheaper price than that for 1 gram of gold. And this is not just gold, this is Argus Aureus gold. I recommend you Google Argus Aureus. Okay, top of the range gold. And this is not, there's cheap gold out there. So you just got to be very careful what gold and silver you're buying, okay? So that's the easy bit for buying gold or silver. I'm not sure what problems Matt and Mary is at with regards to selling silver. Let me just log in. I haven't actually sold any silver. Let me come in here right now and take a look. If I click on my precious metals account, how much have I got here myself? as you can see, I've got on silver here, I've got 2,677 grams of silver, which is a value of $1,591. Okay. So I haven't got any gold because I've already got a stash of gold in a separate account which I had before I joined Swiss Gold. I got about 30 grams worth of gold anyway, separate. So I'm more involved with buying silver and Bitcoin than gold right now to even out my portfolio. So if you want to sell silver, all I would have thought, guys, you just click on this box here. I've never actually done this. Just click on silver, sell grams. Well, that looks quite straightforward to me. As you can see, I haven't got any gold. It's showing 0. But I got 2,677 grams of silver. So all I would put in there would be 2,600 if I wanted to sell all that. Okay. It's telling me there, look, silver, estimated value $1,545. And I would click sell, and then that money, $1,545, would appear in my back office. It's as simple as that. I can't see what the problem is there with regards to selling your gold and silver. Obviously, there is a 2.97% fee on buying and selling silver and gold. That's how the company makes their money, but it's still the cheapest spot price, even with that 2.97. So that is it, really. You know, if I were to sell 1 gram, okay, it's 59 cents. Let me just see if this works, guys. Click on sell. It may be a minimum amount. I'm not sure. I understand the. Click on here, confirm. Okay, I got a red reminder there saying, please approve my card in order to sell it back. So I'm assuming that may be my credit card. So that's a question I'm going to have to check with support. Okay, so like I said, guys, I got no intentions of selling any silver. Just going to take a screenshot of that. That's probably because my credit card is, I don't use credit card, I use Bitcoins. Just going to take a screenshot of that. Okay, just bear with me. So you can get that question answered with support. That's not a problem. But yeah, as long as you've got your credit card authorized, that 1 gram would go through as a sale. You know, I can't see being a problem there. Okay. Let me just go back to the chat to see any questions. Hi Frank, how are you doing? The blockchain has been damn slow. Okay, I didn't realize that. Thanks for that update. Kiran is asking, how do you add more funds and compound? Yes, you have to wait. Ubtex, you have to wait until the account is approved first before you can pay the $30. You have to be approved via the KYC, the passport, you know. So you have to do that. Make sure you get your account approved first. If you want to add more funds, Kiran, you would just go into the blockchain. You know, you need to have funds within blockchain, within your Bitcoin wallet, or on a credit card, or send me the money, and I'll do it for you. But if you want to compound, you go in basically into my crypto. And you don't compound from within inside the Swiss Gold. You're going to increase hash rate. And as your money drops into your Bitcoin wallet, so as my money increases within my Bitcoin wallet, I'm then compounding from my Bitcoin wallet, okay? So as the money comes into this account, as soon as the money, imagine this was an empty account showing 0. As soon as this shows $30 of money coming in from Bitcoin mining into this account, as soon as this reaches $30, then I would go into my Bitcoin mining account, into my Bitcoin Swiss Gold Global account, and click on increase hash rate, $30, okay? And then I would click on BitPay and buy my compound my $30 from my blockchain account. Simple as that. Just keep compounding and compounding for as long as you want, really, and compounding for at least 12 months. That's my plan. As simple as that, guys. So I'm going to call it a day, okay? I'm going to be back later on tonight, 9 o'clock, for my multiple streams of income hangout, where let me switch my screen share off. Guys, just for my multiple streams of income hangout, where I go through a number of probably 4 or 5 other income streams, where I got my risk spread, and Swissquote Global is obviously the number one there, okay? And obviously a few other ones as well. So if you want to join me, just make sure I look out for an email, the multiple streams of income.online. Okay, that's the link for signing up. And to get on that call for tonight as well. Just looking for any more questions coming in. Don't think there is. No, we're all clear. So yeah, guys, keep a lookout. I'll be on another call tonight at 9 o'clock UK time. That's what's the time now? 3:15. That's another 5 hours and 45 minutes time. I'll be back for another call, okay? And if I even got some spare time, I may even do a quick 10-15 minute update on 2 of my other programs in the next couple of hours as well. I have to shoot off for a bit now. Just checking through the chat here, see if there's any more calls, any more questions rather. So thanks for sharing this, guys. Thanks for sharing this this live feed. Oh, Matt is saying that's the issue I had. Matt, I would just put a support ticket in for that. That's straightforward, and get your credit card authorized. If that's the problem you had. Yeah. Or I'll send a screenshot of that to Bill, the CEO, anyway. Just checking through the chat. Okay, so thanks everyone, and I'll catch you in about 5 hours time, 5 hours 45 minutes, 9 o'clock, for my multiple streams of income hangout update, 9 o'clock tonight. Okay, all the best, guys. Catch you later.